in on trade is this excellent looking 1964 Pontiac GTO. This is an original PHS documented GTO. Came from the factory as a red car. 389 factory 4-speed. It's got the posi rear end. Just a really nice clean GTO. Definitely not a show car, but I'm standing back here at 5-6 foot here from the front fender, and the chrome, the paint, everything looks good at 20 foot, 10 foot. It's what I classify as a beautiful turnkey driver. Not a show car, but an excellent driver. Very straight red paint on it. Older restoration, I'm guessing probably 20 plus years. Car's been buffed out and has a beautiful shine on it. Front bumper has been replaced not too long ago. The chrome looks beautiful on the front bumper. As we go across here, there should be a little paint work done yet on the grill. We got a little black paint coming off around the headlights. Got a couple little scuffs here on the front bumper, but the front bumper shines really well. As we go under here in this engine, this is an XM code engine. As far as the engine goes, I mean, it's built. It sounds awesome, runs very powerful. It's got power disc brakes in the front, does have headers, and I'm sure that this engine's built. So as we shut the hood here, the front end gap and stuff is nice and even from front to back. Passenger side gap's a little tighter than the driver's side, not by much, but there again, nice and even. Lines up beautiful across here, across the fenders. As we look at the hood, I mean, we got a lot of imperfections, like there's a little paint crack here, another little scratch here, there's some dirt and dust in the paint. Like I said, all the way around this car, it shines beautifully and has a really good straight body. We'll start over here on the driver's side front fender. We have some little paint imperfections, some little, I'm going to call it just a little bit of blistering right here in this driver's side front fender. We go down here to the lower fender, nice and solid. We do have a couple paint chips right here, right along this edge. Other than that, gap is real nice from top to bottom. It is a little tighter in here on this very bottom. Probably should be gapped a little better. Our back door gap's in great shape. Bottom of the door looks good all the way across. I don't see any real blisters there. We got a few little dirts back here. We got some chips here and there. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to point them all out, guys, because there's a lot of little paint imperfections here and there, but the overall appearance in the car is really good. As far as our lower rear quarter, no big blisters, nothing like that down in there. Over top of our wheel wells, all nice and solid. Back behind this wheel well, we have a lot of paint chips, and we have some blisters way back here. Some blisters right down along this edge, and the rest are just all paint chips. Tires look real good on it. As we open our door, when we got the car in, I put all new roof rail rubbers in it. So that is all new, and we put all new window felts all the way around all four corners. As we look at the door panel is in excellent shape. Armrest is nice. Corners of the doors right along this factory seam here. It hasn't been puttied up, but right along this factory seam, that factory silicone or whatever has just separated and needs to be ground out and redone. It's got the factory steering wheel on it. Dash pad is in good shape, but it does have a couple little, you can see that the paint's chipped off on the front a little bit, but all in all, the dash looks really good and original. It is still the factory 4-speed. That's how it's always been its whole life. Dome light works. Headliner's in good shape. Back door panels, the whole interior is just in fantastic shape for being as old as it is. Door panels on both sides are great, armrests are great. The back seat didn't have much for cushion, so we put all brand new, took the back seat cover off and put all new matting in there, so the back seat's nice and comfortable. There again, we put these new rubbers in here and all the new felts. Door shuts great, lines up nicely. This is what I'm talking about. The car in general, as the full appearance, is just a great, shiny, nice looking GTO. Real deal GTO. Back bumper also has a beautiful shine to it. It's probably been re-chromed, you know, 10 years ago as well. Not perfect, but really sharp. As we look along here on this seam by the back window, that's got your factory seam seal there. You got a little bit of that needs to be redone if a guy repaints it and ground out a little better there. We do have some pitting along this edge. I love the 64s, how they had the gas cap back in there, but there is some pitting on that trim. Looks very presentable for a driver, but it's got some. Also has a ding on this body line right here. Passenger side looks just as nice as the driver's side. Nice and straight up and down the sides. It's got the correct GTO exhaust. We got a paint chip here. We got a paint chip right here. Unlike the passenger side or driver's side, this is all super solid in here. We don't have any blisters down on this lower rear quarter. It's nice and solid. Around the wheel lip is nice and solid. We got some little dirt specks in there, but no paint blisters anywhere. On that, down low in front of the quarters, all solid as well. Doors are solid, and that's really what I like to see on a car like this that's been done so many years ago. So very, very few blisters on it. Lower fender, driver's side, lower door, rocker is all super solid. As far as our alignment goes here, there again, it's just a little tight on the front, but not too bad. Our passenger side door is exactly the same as the driver, nice and solid on the bottom side, but that rust just kind of gets right in behind that seam right here, and it's just rusted just a little bit on this inside of the door. As far as on our outside, it's excellent. You can see that there. As far as our jams go, they've all been touched up, so they look very presentable. Passenger door panels, perfect, all armor-all nice. Armrests are excellent. Carpet's nice. Here's a little information on the intake, exhaust, and the cam and stuff on there. Here again, the dash looks good. It's got an old school AM/FM cassette. I mean, this car is really just a cool old school GTO. Seats in the front and back are all in great shape. Covers are all real nice. No seam splits. Dome light works. Same thing. Door lines up great. Window lines up great here. Just coming around the car, and if you look real close, you can see a few little dimples right here on the top of that quarter panel. Just a few little dings. This car really wouldn't take much to restore and do a great job on it. But for a driver, I wouldn't touch it. Factory tack works. Heater fan is not working. We're running about 170. We got carries 30 pounds oil pressure at an idle. It's idling right around 800-900. Gas gauge works. We put a brand new sender in that. Horn does not work. Wipers work. So our horn doesn't work, and the heater fan's not working right now. Do my best to drive it. Again, it's a 4-speed. But I'll tell you what, this thing goes like no other. If you're looking for a real deal GTO that is super fast and drives excellent, this one's the one. Third gear scratch. I mean, this thing just scoots right down the road. As far as our front suspension goes, the steering feels great. Speedometer feels pretty accurate here at 50. No hands on the wheel. And those power disc brakes really help this car out. This car handles awesome. As we look out across the hood, like I said, it's all been buffed to a beautiful shine. This is a fun GTO, guys. A lot of car for the money. Again, not a show car, but if you're looking for something to tear up the streets with and look good doing it, this is it. All 4 gears, it rips the tires loose. As we get up into the higher speeds, the speedometer is bouncing about 5 miles an hour, so that's something that'll probably need to be addressed. I don't know if the cable needs to be lubed or what, but it is bouncing just a little bit. As far as this going down the road, like I said, 1 finger on the wheel, excellent alignment. If you give it gas, it's not throwing the body all over like some of them do with the horse and the torque. Really drives great, handles great. No disappointments on the way this thing performs. We'll try brakes at a faster speed. Yeah, full pedal, perfect brakes, no pull left or right. Great GTO, guys.